ready to come to the quarter mile here at the Belleville High Banks. The Wild, the Wacky, the two-man cruisers making, I believe, their first appearance of the season here at the High Banks. Only one heat race for these drivers tonight, but $500 on the line for these drivers later on. It'll be a full invert. The way they finish this heat race, it'll be a full field inversion for tonight's main event later on this evening. Cars you'll see in this one, first car in line will be the 40 machine. That is the Frit Racing entry. That'll be Bryce Sedlacek and Zach Middleton. Behind them will be the 27 of Dylan Wilbrandt and Lane Herman. Third car in line is the 9B of Jimmy and Waylon Burris. Fourth car in line will be the 36 Double D of Will Popelka and Nathan Chapman. Car number 5 making out will be the 88 of Philip Burris and Sarah Myers. And rounding up the field, the 53X, that'll be Sterling Judy and Regan Simpkins. Judy and Simpkins in that 53X, I believe, picked up an 8-feature win here last year in the High Banks. I think that was during the Belleville 305 Nationals weekend. Of course, the 36 Double D machine, that car has been here to victory lane a number of times. I was talking to one of the crew members down in the pit area earlier tonight. Again, they've been away from the cruiser scene for 2 years. They got the battery changed out, aired up the tires, and brought the old beater out here to the High Banks tonight. So the 36 Double D, Will Popelka and Nathan Chapman on the outside of row number 2. So now they get into double wide formation. Wilbrandt and Herman row 1, and Sedlacek and Middleton in row 2 on the outside of the front row. They got Burris and Burris on the inside of row 3 of the 36 Double D of Popelka and Chapman. Then you got Judy and Simpkins on the inside of row 3 of the 53 with the 88 of Burris and Myers to round us out. Here we go, the cruisers get their quarter mile smile on here at Belleville. And it's dry slick up there, and they got it the hard way. The 40 machine, Bryce Sedlacek and Zach Middleton get a slap shot courtesy of Jimmy and Waylon Burris, and the caution will be out right away. Not quite as much of that high-quality H2O on the High Banks of the quarter mile here. And unfortunately, the 40 machine had just paid the price. That is the Frit Racing team, a very long-time competitor in this cruiser division. We'll get a look at the Dirt Vision instant replay as you see him, the Frit Racing 40 of Sedlacek and Middleton just overcooked it going into turn number 1. And yeah, the 9B of Burris and Burris, just nowhere to go. It's a team effort in these cars. You got to coordinate very well because the driver runs the steering and the brake pedal on these cars while the passenger runs the accelerator. It is truly a team effort here in these two-man cruisers. So right now, a little bit of traffic direction right there, and that is not what you want to see. The Belleville High Banks hook and book ready to make its, unfortunately, its first appearance of the evening here on the quarter mile. And the 40 team, let's say based out of here in Belleville, Kansas. Like I said, every time I've watched the cruisers out here on the quarter mile, we always see the number 40 machine. They've been a great supporter of this class. No laps officially complete here in the one and only heat race, so we'll stack them up again. And we'll try it one more time. Of course, after our cruiser heat race comes to a close, we'll get into the drawing for the dash for the American Sprint Car Series. They'll run that dash. That'll help set up the first 3 rows of tonight's 10,000 to win main event. We'll have, I believe, a quick little intermission, and then we'll get into our 2A mains. We'll have the Cruiser A main first up. We'll draw the winning 50-50 raffle ticket then after the cruiser feature, and then we will have our American Sprint Car Series Big One finale. 10 grand on the line. And don't forget, race fans, after the ASCS main event goes final, hope you'll stick around because, of course, it's Independence Day. It's July 4th. And what would July 4th be without fireworks? We've got rainbow fireworks in the house, putting on a great end of the night celebration to celebrate Independence Day. We hope you'll join us here later on this evening. Of course, we mentioned it a couple of times earlier this evening. If you love even more sprint car action here on the High Banks, you got 2 more big nights of it coming up here later on next month. Friday and Saturday, August 1st and 2nd. It is the 8th annual Belleville 305 Nationals. It's one of the richest 305 sprint car events in the country. $13,000 going to the winner on Saturday night. Friday is going to be a prelim night. Hope you will join us out here for the night. I believe the Wild and Wacky Cruisers, I think, should be on the bill for either Friday or Saturday. Well, they could be out here for both nights. Again, be sure to follow the Belleville High Banks Facebook page for more information. Also, be sure to give the American Sprint Car Series Facebook page a like as well, so that way you can stay updated. Also, be sure to follow ASCS on the My Race Pass app. That way you can stay updated all throughout the American Sprint Car Series, not just on the national tour, but also all of their regional events. So they've got about 4, 5, or 6 regions of American Sprint Car Series action going on that's outside of the national tour. So be sure to check them out. Also, be sure to give a favorite to the Belleville High Banks on the My Race Pass app. That way you'll get updates on race dates coming up here in Belleville, Kansas. See a good amount of fluid onto the speedway. Safe to say that radiator is worse for wear. Hopefully they'll get that car straightened out and ready to go for the A main event. Give those gentlemen a round of applause. A tough start to their night. Bryce Sedlacek and Zach Middleton, I believe, 2 drivers coming out of the micro sprint ranks. I believe out of the J Husker ranks in micro sprints. Of course, the J Husker series, number of micro sprint racers from around Nebraska and Kansas. The Belleville High Banks being one of the tracks to host them, along with our nearby racing neighbors, the Concordia Raceway over in Concordia, Kansas. So we will try it one more time. That was a tough break there with Sedlacek and Middleton. They were the outside front row stars. That's going to put the 36 Double D of Popelka and Chapman to the outside of the front row. Put the 88 of Philip Burris and Sarah Myers to the outside of row 2. Caution lights are out across the quarter mile here at the High Banks. Ready to get back to cruiser action. Green flag back in the air. See what the 36 Double D has after a 2-year hiatus from the cruisers. They're ready to surf the turf on the outside lane. Bottom lane going to be occupied by the 27 of Dylan Wilbrand and Lane Herman. Side by side on the turn 4. The cruisers getting after it. And it will be Wilbrand and Herman to lead lap 1. 36 Double D with Pelton and Chapman. Like I said, the car hasn't been in action with the cruisers for 2 years. They got the battery switched out, aired up the tires, and brought her out here to Belleville. And they're going to work. Start shot there for the 27 of Wilbrand Herman. Now the 36 Double D in command. Looks like Wilbrand Herman a flat left rear on the 27 machine. Here comes the 53X. Sterling Judy and Reagan Simpkins making their presence felt. Judy and Simpkins, they won the victory lane last year here at the High Banks. Looking to do it one more time. Oh, another big shot there. The People's Elbow going for the 9th beat of Jimmy and Waylon Burris. As the 27 of Wilbrand and Herman make their way to the tail end of the field. The white flag schedule to come out next time by the 36 Double D. Not too bad after a 2-year absence from the 2-man cruiser division. Will Popelka and Nathan Chapman, that 36 Double D has been to victory lane many times here in this class. On this track, white flag is out. I think this is maybe the first time that car has seen this track since they re-banked it. They wind down this racetrack, added more banking to it, and now here comes Sterling Judy and Reagan Simpkins to the low side. We're going to get a drag race out of it before it's all said and done. Checker flag will fly, and Popelka and Chapman get the heat race win. Sterling Judy and Reagan Simpkins will come home second. Third in the line will be Jimmy and Waylon Burris. Fourth will go to the